Hi, this is Linda Bartolucci with InkStampinScrap.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute treat box that pops open just like so, and you can insert a fun candy treat for your trick-or-treaters or your favorite friends or relatives for Halloween. So let's go through what we're going to use today. For the stamp set for this project, we're going to use the Spooky Cat stamp set. I'm going to use both the label here as well as the trick or treat from the middle. Then for inks, I'm going to use the Memento black ink as well as the pumpkin pie. For paper, stamps, ink, and paper, we're going to use a 4.5 by 4.5 sheet of Spooky Cat Designer Series paper. We're going to use this side to show, but the cats will be on the inside. You're going to want to use some Velcro dots to keep your box closed. And speaking of boxes, we're going to use a half of a clear box that you can find in the holiday catalog. This is the full size. This is the way they come in the holiday catalog. I'm going to show you how to get it down to this size. And then last but certainly not least is the everyday label punch that, oh, there I am, that we're going to use to punch out our greeting. So to get started, you're going to want to take care of the box first. And I'm just going to show you here that from this point on the box over to here is just shy of 6 inches. It's 5 7/8. Not an easy thing to cut in half. So what I did is I just decided that 1/8 of an inch would just be on one side. And I cut from here to here, which is, I measured 3 inches, so one box ends up being 3 1/8 tall, and one box ends up being 3 inches tall, but all in all, it works out just fine. So once you cut your box, I have an industrial cutter that I use when I'm cutting for classes, so it actually cut through this just fine, but you could also just measure the 3 inches, mark it with a pen, and then just use some everyday scissors to make a nice straight cut. The only thing I would recommend is that they have a longer blade to them, like these kind of scissors. I wouldn't try to do it with paper snips like this, because with the short blade, you have to make several cuts, and it tends to not be as clean of a cut. And since this is the top of your box, you want it to be nice and clean. So you just put the box together like this. If you're concerned about it not holding really nicely, what I found is that I'm just going to get a scratch piece of paper here to do this because I don't want adhesive on my mat. You can put some fast fuse right here on the outside edge, so when it folds in, it touches. I'm just adding the paper to my mat so I don't get adhesive on my stamping mat. So I'm just going to add a little bit of fast fuse, and then I'm going to pop the box back open, fold my flaps in, tuck this, like so. Okay, and then you can just take a bone folder and just get it nice and tucked in there. All right, so now we have our box, and now we're going to decorate it. So I'm going to set it over here out of the way, and now we're going to make the tag that's going to go on the front. So as you can see, I already used this to make the sample that I showed you. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to stamp the tag in Memento black. I'm just going to stamp it up here. There we go. And I'm going to take my snips and just get rid of that piece so that when I slide my punch on, it slides on quick and easy. There we go. Okay, and now we want to bring in some pumpkin pie. So I'm going to close up my memento. And let's get the pumpkin pie in here. I really like that they left the trick or treat as well as the Happy Halloween in this stamp set separate so that you can really do what you'd like with them. Boy, I just have blotches of ink everywhere. Okay, let's go here with this. All right. Punching is so great for your phrases because you don't have to worry about it being straight. When you punch it out, it's automatically straight. It's a beautiful thing. All right. So here we go. I'm just going to line that up right there. And this one is just about the height of the, there we go, of the punch. So you just have to take your time. For attaching the trick or treat, I like to use glue dots because they're a little more narrow than the width of my words, and this way I'm lining up the or with this center line here. That's how I'm centering it, and there we go. But now we need to pop this up a little bit, so I'm just going to add this to a circle of pumpkin pie cardstock that I cut out with the stitched framelits, and this we're going to pop up on dimensionals just to add a little bit of lift to our project. So I'm going to grab 3 dimensionals here. Actually, I think I'm going to grab 4, so it'll be nice and balanced. 1, 2. Stuck to my nail. 3, 4. Take the backings off. Sweep them away into my lovely trash can that I finally got smart enough to keep over here. All right, and just going to center that. Looks good there. All right, so eventually this is going to go on the box, but not attached directly to the box. Remember, I said that we have that 4 by 4, or sorry, 4.5 by 4.5 piece of Spooky Cat Designer Series paper, and that's what we're going to use to tuck inside of here. Now we're going to fill the box, or sorry, we're going to decorate the box. And so I'm taking my 4.5-inch square piece of Designer Series paper, and I'm just sliding it in there. I took the liberty of corner rounding the sides. Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a corner rounder anymore, but I still like to use it for projects like this. I still have mine. So I'm just going to kind of let this mold to the top because because every box is just a little bit different, and you're cutting these quote-unquote in half, but in half is not an exact science because half measures on the 7/8, and that's like really a pain. An odd number of 8s is just not fun to try and do in half. So there we go. So I have my 2 sort of I barely creased them so that I could take this, and now I know it's a straight line because I matched these 2 ends up. So now I can take my bone folder and make some nice crisp creases. And now we're ready to finish this puppy off. So I'm going to slide it in one last time. And now I'm going to bring in those Velcro dots that I showed you at the beginning. And I'm going to take one of each side off. And I'm going to put it together like this. And then I'm going to pull it apart. It's really sticky. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to put it in the middle of the box, pretty close to the very top. I'm going to fold This guy needs to go back here. And I'm going to fold my flaps down and let them sit on the Velcro and give it a pinch. And now, oops, okay. And now, it should, there we go. Just have to make sure, like I said, I'm using pretty strong dots, so you want to make sure it goes. And then we're going to attach our cute little greeting. So you only want to put fast fuse at the very top of the circle. Let me make sure I'm on the very top of the circle. So I'm going to put my fast fuse right here. And then you're probably sitting there saying, well, that's cute. But I think it looked yummier when she showed me the sample. And yes, I do have another Kit Kat bar. I'm going to open this up. I found that you can put Twix bars in too. I happen to be a Twix bar fan. So there we go. And it's just a really cute way to package a treat. So I hope you liked your second installment of the 6 weeks of Halloween. Tune in again next Friday for another cute Halloween project. This is Linda Bartolucci with Ink, Stampin' Scrap. Please give me a thumbs up if you're watching this on YouTube, or leave a comment below the post on the blog and let me know what you think. Have a great day. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel.